Greetings, and we are back to the channel where we talk about everything U.S. news, U.S. headlines, and we make it fun, we make it simple, and we make it entertaining. So hopefully, at least if nothing else, you will get a good laugh and a good smile. You might get some updates about the news, all right? So again, my name is James. I'm from the U.S., from the Midwest, and if you know much about the Midwest, there's not a whole lot going on there. Mahed, Ali. Okay, great. I'll check it after this. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Let me actually yeah. Let's see. Yeah. By the way, Mahed, where are you right now? Where are you, by the way? Where is your? Oh, cool. Thanks, Mahed. Well, greetings to you. All right. And again, I'm from the Midwest in the U.S., and there wasn't much there except for sports and farming, and I wasn't good at either one of those. But I did have I did really enjoy the numbers, and the numbers is what got me into engineering, and engineering is what got me curious about the markets and basically how they worked and all the different companies, etc. Held ED, greetings. Another day indeed. Let me know, Held Dead, if you have any ticker symbols or any news updates you want to share. Feel free, okay? Very good. All right. That being said, yeah, so let's take a look at some of the headlines. Again, if you're just jumping on, welcome. That's what this channel is for. This is an educational channel, not one of those crazy sales channels, so everybody can relax, breathe, and just enjoy. Nobody here is going to ask you for money, okay? Yeah, let me know if there is a ticker symbol of a company that you're looking at, because we have a lot to go through. We will talk about, let's see, where is my right here? We'll talk about also one of the headlines, UK inflation hits 3.3% as the war sends petrol cost soaring. So we'll talk about some of the inflation, the petrol cost. Let me know if inflation is hitting you. Let me know what the gas prices are where you are at, and we can compare that as well. Also, and basically, it says in this article that the UK's inflation is largely due to the soaring petrol costs. And also, here's one, we'll talk about Palantir as well. Palantir, I get asked about that one a lot. Palantir inked a $300 deal, $300 million deal, $300 million deal with USDA to safeguard the food supply. We'll talk about that and how it actually, does it safeguard the food supply? We'll go into that. Also, Google unveils chips for AI training and inference and latest shot at NVIDIA. We'll also talk about NVIDIA. We'll talk about Tesla, because this is the day that Tesla Q1 earnings get, the Tesla Q1 earnings get revealed later on. And that's going to be a big one. The key to Tesla's growth in the rollout is its robo-taxis. And by the way, prior to expansion, Tesla only offered robo-taxis in Austin and San Francisco Bay Area. Now they're also being released in Dallas and Houston. But yeah, the earnings are coming out. Also, quick one, we'll talk about SpaceX and how they acquired, how they has the option to acquire the startup called Cursor. Volume burn, crazy correction it made. They claimed it would go into AI, but they don't have a structure plan, so we just wanted to use hype of it. Yeah, yes, LED. Okay, let me put that down. You're on the list. Done. I am in here. Yeah, I like how direct you are. I like your sentiment. Thank you very much, LED. And I'll get you got your tickers there. Everybody else, let me know what you want to look at. Put your ticker symbols there. Again, SpaceX just acquired, has the option to acquire Cursor for $60 billion. We'll talk about what Cursor is and what they're doing with that. Also here, this is a crazy one. Beyond Meat. I'm not even a vegetarian or anything, but this this company has rose for 7 straight days. We'll talk about that one, Beyond Meat. Also here we got another one. JetBlue, are they using personal data to set ticket prices? We'll talk about that. And quickly, the Boeing Q1 results, top estimates as improving jet deliveries cut the costs. And right here, United Airlines slashes 2026 forecast as fuel costs surge. Okay, you think your life is being changed and altered because of fuel costs. United Airlines had to change their whole forecast for 2026 because of surging fuel costs. And right here, what is this? Oh yeah, a little bit about copper. We'll also talk about the metals. We have a lot of. I know I have a lot of viewers that are interested in gold and silver and the miners. Here's one that U.S. gold mining company increases amid demand for critical minerals. The current administration has put a lot of emphasis on more minerals, including gold and other different minerals. We'll talk about that. And right here, we'll also talk about some of the $166 billion in tariff refunds just became available, but small businesses may already be at a disadvantage. So yeah, we'll talk about the tariffs, how they affect different companies and who is affected the most. And again, a little update for those of you gold and silver bugs out there. Right now, 4756, that's what gold is. It's up only 0.76%. Silver is 78, and it's up 1.54. Okay, and then also we'll talk about this one. The so-called ceasefire. Ships come on fire near the Strait of Hormuz, according to the UK Navy. Two UK Navy said 2 ships were fired near the Strait of Hormuz. The latest incidents. And speaking of the Strait of Hormuz, we'll talk about oil prices right now. My God, darn it. Brent just broke $100. Okay, so Brent crude, if you're looking right here, my oil updates, Brent crude is up 2.09%, up to $2.06. So right now, Brent crude is at $100.51. They're up $2 at the moment. West Texas Intermediate is up 2.3%, and yeah, they're up $2 to $91.73. So that's a little bit about oil, a little bit about the gold and silver updates. Heled, also gas is 420. Heled, thank you for sharing that. 420. So gas is 420 in Utah. What's gas in your area? Let me know, guys. 420 in Utah. Jesus. That's an interesting one. Let me get this one. Average gas price in USA. Okay, so according to Google, the average gas price right now in the USA is $4, basically $4.02. So Utah is about 18 cents above the national average. And let me most expensive gas price in the USA. Let's look at that one. Most expensive gas prices in the USA. As of April 2026, California has the highest gas prices in the USA, with state averages hovering around 5.8 to 5.93. Gosh, $5.84 to $5.93 per gallon, nearly $1.80 above the national average. Hawaii, Washington, and Nevada also consistently rank among the most expensive states with gas. Okay, wow, interesting. So, welcome everyone who's joining the channel, where we talk about everything U.S. news, headlines, markets, and everything in between. Okay, let's go deeper here. Right here. So Palantir inks a $300 million deal with USDA to safeguard the food supply. Again, this is Palantir announced, which will use the software company's technology to manage farmland as geopolitical risks threaten global supply chains. The agreement builds on ongoing projects with the USDA and underscores Palantir's growing role inside the U.S. government as it goes beyond cornerstone defense contracts supporting U.S. modernization. U.S. farmers are grappling with rising supply costs and getting squeezed by an ongoing trade war with the U.S. and its trading partners. That includes China, soybean purchaser, which temporarily crippled the market last year. Mr. T announced in December, Mr. T announced a $12 billion bailout aimed at helping farmers that were swept up in the trade war, but rising gas prices from the war in Iran amplified the pressure, causing fertilizer costs to spike. due to shipping disruptions, and that's forced many farmers to rethink what they produce, putting supply chains at risk. Yeah, interesting, right? So, yeah, to manage farmland, yes. It's a $300 million deal with the U.S. Department of Agriculture to manage farmland. Um, yeah, as geopolitical risks threaten the supply chain. So that's how Palantir is going to help out with the farmers. Also, going here more specifically, Google unveils these chips for AI training. Hey, I see your message there. So I'm saying, hey, back to you, welcome. And inference, the latest shot at Google unveils chips for AI training and inference in latest shot at NVIDIA. So that's the headline. After years of producing chips that can both train artificial intelligence models and handle inference work, Google is preparing those tasks into distinct processors, its latest effort to take on NVIDIA AI hardware. Let's see. Well, if you need to learn English, you're in the right place for it. Just listen and enjoy the show, okay? Google Wednesday said that it's making the change for 8th generation of its tensor processing unit, TPUs. Both chips will become available later this year. And with the rise of AI agents, we determined the community would benefit from chips individually specialized to needs of training and serving. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So NVIDIA talked with a forthcoming silicon. Thanks to technology, obtained its $20 billion deal with chip startup Grok. Google is a large NVIDIA customer, but offers TPUs alternatives. Yeah, so we'll be looking at those companies later on as well. When we start getting into the ticker symbols, we'll look at them, okay? Okay, and okay, that's one. And that's also one we'll get into later on. Also, here's one. So right now, Tesla post revenue of 22 billion, down 9% year over year, according to Bloomberg's consensus. Tesla's adjusted earnings per share is expected to come down 35 cents, with adjusted EBITDA projected for 3.2 billion, down 14.4% versus Q1 last year. Okay. Also, the key to Tesla's growth is the rollout of its robotaxi service. Okay. If you've ever ridden in a robotaxi or a self-driving car, let me know. Did you enjoy it, or was it? Give me your thoughts on those. Okay. And also, right here, next one, SpaceX has the option to acquire startup Cursor for 60 billion, and or pay 10 billion for their new partnership as it pushes deeper into a lucrative market for AI development tools. Along with OpenAI and Anthropic, Cursor is one of several Silicon Valley startups that have drawn waves of developers by using AI intelligence to automate coding, a business where AI companies have found early commercial traction. Yeah. And also, the reason why they're saying I sold all my Palantir, let's see, XX Yearning Master, I sold all my Palantir because of Mr. T. Okay, explain that. Tell me, can you unpack that? Can you elaborate more on that, XX Yearning Master? And so what happened? We're talking about Beyond Meat now. Rose for 7 straight days. Why the stock is moving? Because meat is spiking on heavy volume and an elevated call buying options, likely driven by short covering and meme stock momentum rather than fundamentals. Short interest on the company is 31% on the float, relatively high, and Beyond Meat has been trading like a meme stock in recent years as the craze for meat alternatives fizzled out. The shares are up more than 40% year to date, but down 99% from their all-time record of 234 in 2019. Interesting. Why? Okay. Abdi Bio. For example, if you have questions like that, feel free. You could also, okay, for questions like that, send me a message, and it's easier to. That's not a quick question, quick answer. So send me a message here, and I can explain more of that outside the stream. Okay. But during the stream, if you have questions about different company or different ticker symbols, just drop those in the comments. But for those questions, Abdi, yeah, send me a message, okay? It's easier that way because I have to elaborate and unpack a lot more, okay? Um, Thank you also. I noticed the likes and the shares. I do appreciate that. Thank you for all the likes and shares. And let's see. Yeah, Cardinal, I appreciate that. Abdi, no problem. Thank you also. Looking forward to chatting with you later. And Cardinal, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay. And let's see. We'll look into Beyond Meat later. Also, if you have done much flying lately, you've seen how much the ticket prices have increased. JetBlue is one of them, and the headline is talking about whether JetBlue is using personal data to set their ticket prices. And for example, you wonder how some of these ticket prices get set. Maybe they are using some of your own personal information to know what you can spend or what you cannot spend. It relies on government contract and certainly goes up. Oh yeah, XX Yearning Master. Good thoughts on that. Actually, yeah, feel free to reach out. It'd be interesting to chat with you more about that because I also am also diving more into that area as well. So thanks for the insights. And the audience appreciates it too. Okay. So JetBlue told Reuters on Monday the post in response to a customer was made an error. Yeah, for example, JetBlue had answered questions about whether it's using customer personal data to set ticket prices after a company social media post sparked concerns. Now they said that the social media post was a mistake, but somehow I doubt it, right? Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to talk about some other airlines too, because a lot of them are having to adjust their plans. El Jador 212, Avis Group is on the, yeah, we will look at them too, okay? Avis, it's on my list. Got it. Okay. Also, thank you for the ticker, El Jador 212, also right here. Again, another airline that's in the headlines is United Airlines slashes 2026 forecast as fuel costs surge. Let's dive deeper into this one. Again, everyone's grappling with higher fuel costs. United Airlines is one of them as well. United said it could earn between $7 and $11 a share on an adjusted basis this year, down from its previous forecast of between $12 and $14 a share that it released in January, more than a month before US and Israel attacked Iran. This carrier, like others, is trying to find a way to trim some of the planned flying this year to reduce costs. So many airlines are actually reducing their flights, the amount of flights, and where they go to reduce costs overall. Yeah. Let me know. It's already springtime. Let me know if the fuel costs are going to affect where you fly, where you go, or how you travel, road trips, stuff like that. I'm curious to hear. Yeah. Right here. And for the second quarter, United forecast adjusted earnings between $1 and $2 a share. Analysts expect a $2 a share for the quarter. United estimated its fuel price would average $4.30 a gallon in the second quarter. Okay. Another one we'll talk about is right here. A little bit, again, we'll talk about the copper. Ashley, how are you? Yeah. Right here, and we'll get into another one. We'll talk about gold and silver later on, and we'll talk about some of the gold and silver miners, the metal miners, the mineral miners, because minerals are a big topic these days. And right here, also with tariffs. So, having said that, let's go right here into one of the first ones we talked about from the audience. Let's see, El Jador 12. Yes. Okay. Held era. Let's do yours first. What's up yesterday? Okay. Held ED, IONQ. Okay, let's do this one. Here's your ION Q right here. Bum, bum, bum. Why is this not? Hold on one second. My internet's a little bit slow. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Greetings, Ashley. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, INQ right here. Okay, here, HellDD, this one's for you right now. Dun, 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 as we look over here. Little update. IONQ, for those of you curious about this, IONQ develops and manufactures quantum computers. The firm specializes in quantum computing and quantum information processing. The company was quantum computers, IONQ. Right now, wow, it's rebounding. Look at all this trade volume right here. HellDD, this is for you. It went from 26. Right now, it's still rebounding up to. It's at 48.3 at the moment. And again, just to introduce you to one of the indicators for those of you that are beginning, this might be helpful. Here's your RSI, overbought line, RSI oversold line. That's your overbought, which is 70, oversold, which is 30. And then the area in here, this is your neutral consolidation area right in there. That's the neutral area. But again, these things can go way overbought or way oversold and stay that way for a long time before they either correct and come down and rebound and go back up. So bear that in mind. That's why these are just guides and not sure things. See, like right here, this is already overbought right there. And for example, right here, and now right here, that's the RSI, the relative strength index. Now right here, another one I'll show you. You can see that the RSI follows directly with the price chart here. Here's another one I want to introduce just to be quick and brief. Right here, the MACD, moving average convergence divergence. Just to be simple, when the blue MACD line rises past the orange indicator line right there, boom, the price chart goes up. And when the blue MACD line drops past the red indicator line right there, the price chart drops right there. That's super oversimplified. It's obviously a lot more complicated than that, but that's just something to look at. It's another guide, just something to keep in mind there, okay? Thank you very much for those likes and shares. Now looking right here, I wanted to show you that also looking at IONQ, right now volume's at 7.63 million. Market cap is at 17.7 billion. And let's see what, yeah. And again, let me erase this and I'll show you a couple right here. Let's see, right here. If you're looking for chart patterns, here's one for you. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and that drops that chart pattern down just like that. There's many other chart patterns. If you want chart patterns, let me know as well. Just reach out and ask. And let me go over here. Again, this is IONQ. Eldridor 12. On this live stream, this is mainly just informational because it's an educational channel. But if you want, for example, as Eldridor 12, send me, if you go here to my homepage on YouTube, there's a place there where you can just reach out and contact me. Contact me outside the stream and we can talk more about that as far as anything I can share with you and what you're interested in, what you're looking for, okay? Right there on my homepage. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe there's a glare. Yeah, maybe you can see it now. Cool. Thanks, Eldridor. All right. But there is a link there. Just reach out. And greetings. Thanks, Bo Pest, for that. I appreciate it. Okay, and that's IONQ. Now another one is Eldridor 12. You asked about Avis. Avis right here. Okay, let's go to Avis. Yeah, this one, I got asked about this earlier as well. Right here, have you ever seen a parabolic chart like this before? This is Avis. It went from, 104 all the way up to, look at this, it's at 763 at the moment. Who asked about this? That was Eldador. Yeah. Let's see. And then right here, look at all the trade volume right here. RSI is out of control. RSI is way overbought at 95, super high right there. And also, filings show SRS investment and Pentwater hold large positions and derivatives in Avis Budget Group, totaling about 108% of shares outstanding. Right now, the volume is at 1.6 million and market cap is at 26.7 billion. And for example, thank you for those likes, I appreciate it. And then here we go. Look at Avis. If you want to know the earnings, just go here on Trading View. You can see the earnings for quarterly, annually, and also you can see right here some of the revenue, profits, incomes as well, if you want. And right here, that's Avis. Pressman Jr. If you want, you can contact me here, and you can ask me questions outside the stream if you want, if you have any questions, okay? That's for you, Pressman Jr. Yeah, that was, let's see, Amos, and then also, I went to Bird. Oh yeah, we talked about this one here, BIRD. Yeah, Allbirds. This is the company that went from being a shoe company to being a tech company. Interesting, right? Let's see. Right here, yeah, look at this. Went from all the way up here, bang, and then right back down. Yeah, interesting, right? Funny how that worked. The RSI jumped all the way up to 93, and then right now the RSI is back to 57. And let's see, yeah, that's Allbirds. Somebody asked me about that. Okay, now let's go back here. We were talking about Palantir. We did that one. And then also we got Palantir. We got here to, yeah, let's talk about Google and let's talk about NVIDIA because they're also in the news right now. For example, Google, right here, okay. Yeah, so here we are looking at Google because, why are we looking at them? Because they just unveiled chips for AI training and inference in the latest shot at NVIDIA. Right there, and Google right now you can see on the RSI. This is Eldador 12. Yes, got it. So 23, all the way up to 70, and it's now corrected back down to about 62 on the RSI. This is Google. Again, if you have questions about a company that you're looking at, just put the ticker symbol in the comments. That's fine. Right now, Google rebounded from 273 on up here to about 330, 335 right now. So Google's at 335. Google is seen as an AI leader. AI-related capital depreciated could reach out about 35%, and volume is at 1.49 million, and market cap is at 4.07 trillion. Eldador, no more Mercedes. Thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate that. Also, let's take a look here at Alphabet, some of the earnings right here. Quarterly, Q4 beat the expectations, so did Q3 and Q2. Again, if you're looking behind me, this is Trading View. You can see right here, Q4. Their Q1 has not been released yet by Google, but Q4, Q3, and Q2 all beat the earnings expectations. Now, why do you care about that? Because when they beat their earnings expectations, it looks like they're strong and it's a healthy company. It's one of the things that you can look at. It's one of the pieces of data that tells you how strong or healthy the company is. There's others as well, but this is one of them. And again, looking here at the annual side, 2025, yes, 2025 did beat the annual earnings. So for the year, not just the quarter, for the year, it also looks strong. Same thing with 2024. Now, looking at Google, if you want to learn about how to get some of their revenue, profit, income information, that's right here behind me as well. Just go to the statements, and you can see for the last 3 years, revenue, profit, and income for Google have all been green, looking good there. Again, things you can look at. That's Google right here. Let's go to, I get asked about NVIDIA all the time, so let's look at them next. NVIDIA right here. Okay. And let me know if any of you are looking at NVIDIA right now. I'm curious to hear. Okay. So NVIDIA is being praised for AI GPU leadership and CUDA ecosystems, but KeyBank keeps overweight with $275 targets. Let's see. And UBS calls GPUs a lower risk cloud hardware bet, citing ecosystem edge. Thank you very much for those likes, Pressman. I appreciate it. And let's see. Okay. Yeah. Now, right now, NVIDIA sitting here, it actually rebounded from 164 up to 199 right there. Sitting at 199, 199.82. It just dropped below the $200 mental barrier. I know many people are looking at that. You can see that right here in the RSI and RSI also right here. RSI went from 34 up here to 70 and then down to 67. Yeah. Now, for example, looking at some more stats on this one, let me see. Volume right now is at 19.38 million, and then market cap is at 4.85 trillion. Sleepy Potato, I love that name. Greetings, hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. You're in the right place. That's what this is for. Learn, keep learning. Yes, don't we all? Let me know if you have any companies or sectors that you're curious about. I can, super producer, thank you for the subtle humor on that. Yes, these are my blue light blocking glasses. They are not for show or, they're actually for purpose. These things really help block some of the blue light from the computers and the phones, so my eyes stay more relaxed and I don't get so many headaches and stuff. So super producer, very astute observation. Sleepy Potato, keep watching, keep learning. Again, if there's a company that you want to ask about, feel free to put the name or the symbol of the company in the comments, all right? And thank you very much for the likes and the shares. I do appreciate that. So NVIDIA right now, again, volume's at 19.4 million, market's at cap is at 4.86 trillion. And let me take you through some of the earnings on NVIDIA as well, right here. And quarterly, Q4, Q3, and Q2. Again, you can see that right behind me. This is where you can see right here. Yeah. The blue bars is what was actually recorded for earnings, and the gray bars, that was what was actually expected. So when they beat the expectations, that looks like they're stronger, etc., etc. So it looks good. So quarterly, yes, they beat that. Annually, again, looking here, 2025, 2024, you can see the blue bars are higher than the gray bars. So even year over year, they beat the earnings expectations. It looks good, looks strong. And for NVIDIA, again, also, if you're curious about what they did with their revenue, profit, and income, that's all right here on TradingView as well. You can see that in the green going down there, all looking good. I'm going through these quickly. Again, reach out if you have a question about something I went through very fast, all right? And then let me go over here, see if I can pull out a couple of these. And yeah, if you're looking for a couple chart patterns, here's one for you. Basically right here, you have a double top. There's your neckline breakout to push it. Here's your breakout to push it down. Double top pushes it down. Double bottom will push it up. There's many chart patterns. If you want more information on chart patterns or how to identify them and which chart patterns do what, feel free also to reach out with that. but that was Google here talking about NVIDIA. Now let's go to another headline. We also talked about Tesla. So let's go here to Tesla. Bang, let's go right here. Because Tesla's going to release their earnings as well. Jim Cale, my dear brothers. Yeah, so Tesla, they're going to release their earnings today. This is a big day for Tesla. One thing we will say is this: they have a lot riding, because right here, right now they are rebounding 337 up to, they're at 391, but they had gone all the way up to 400, and then they got pulled back. And now they're at 391. For those of you watching Tesla, you can see that right here in the RSI. It went from 33 on up here to 59 and then back down to 55. Okay, Sani. Okay, again, right there. You can just Sani, just contact me. Okay, EFOI. Okay, EFOI EDG. Okay, I got your ticker, EFOI. Thank you very much. Got it right there. All right, yeah, EFOI. Oh yeah, energy focus. I like this. This ought to be interesting. Okay, so EDG, got it. And for energy focus, engages in the design, development, manufacture, and marketing of lighting systems and controls. Its products include commercial lighting, military and maritime lighting, home energy storage, commercial and industrial storage, and solar inverter. Yeah, interesting. It's headquartered in Solon, Ohio. Wow, cool. Thanks for asking about this, EDG. Very interesting. Oh, what? Okay, since you're following this company, what actually just caused this this jump? Why did it? Wow, look at this. EDG. Tell me about this company. Why did it just jump up so much? Look at the trade volume right here, and the RSI went all the way up to 95, super overbought. Before it already market corrected and came back down. EDG, it's already back down to where is it now? It's at 4.6. It had climbed all the way up to 9.7, and then before falling down. Yeah, RSI right now is at 66. That's what I was asking. Got it. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's see. I'll look this up after the stream. Contact me, and I'd be curious to talk more about this one. But yeah, you have my interest because, yeah, cool. Volume right now, 227.4 thousand, and market cap is at 29 million. Yeah. Energy focus. This is cool. Let me give you right here a little bit about the yeah. Let me know if you have any other ones, okay? And keep right here. Done. Papa, greetings. Welcome. What's going on, Papa? Dun. Anik, you can't see clearly. I'm sorry. I know my setup, Anik, is not perfect. I know. My apologies about that. I'm doing the best I can. That's why I read a lot of the information, because I know you can't see everything that clearly. But yeah, yeah. Oh, for example, Sani, just contact me and I can share some free information with you. Okay. I have some educational materials that might be good for you. Yeah, so I can just pass those on, Sani. Christiana, thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate it. For all of you joining on, welcome. And let's see, I still got Nancy. Okay, let's do this then. Papa, glad to have you back. Let's check this out right here. I like people that are in the minors, so you're making this interesting. Here we go. And I see you. Magnum Mining, yes. where is the best place to learn? John, I see your message. Good question. One of the things that I can do is I can send you some educational materials. I can also send you some resources where you can learn more about that. But yeah, if you want, that's something I can help you with. Okay. And let's see. Here's Magda Mining. Thank you very much, Papa. Right now it's at 2.38. And let's see. Yeah, it recently, I remember you talked about this before. This was on April 14th. Yeah, it recently jumped up, and then now it's actually correcting and coming back down. It had gone all the way up to 2.6. Now it's down to 2.3. Yeah, and this is the one that's in. This is where is it? Where? Canada. Yeah. And WRLG. Let's take a look at that one. WRLG. Yeah, West Red Lake Gold Mines, Canadian gold mines. If anyone's interested in the metals and the minerals and the miners, these are gold mines in Canada, right here. As you can see, yeah, this one's corrected back down to Papa. It had gone up to 1.14. Now it's at 1.05. And RSI right now is sitting at 47, very, very neutral. Yeah. And one more FL. Why not? Let's do it. FL. What's the? Do I have that right? FL. Oh yeah, here it is. I think that's right. Frontier Lithium. Yeah, here we go. Frontier Lithium is also. Let's see. Yes. Valcoron, Canada. Frontier Lithium is a Canadian junior mining company which engages in acquisition, exploration, and mining properties. Boom. And right now, it also recently corrected. It had gone up. It was at 0.8. Now it's down here at 0.65. Yeah, RSI dropped down to almost oversold. Yeah. Anyway, there's that. Papa, enjoy the show. Yeah, Frontier Lithium. Notice the same pattern. Yes. Good stuff. Thanks for coming back on and saying hello, Papa. And let's go back here. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, energy focus. The person asked about energy focus. There was that, and then we were actually talking about Tesla, and we were looking at Tesla. I think, yeah. Here we were looking at Tesla. Yeah, this Tesla right now again dropped. It went from 400 down to 391 at the moment, and we talked about that. Where's my other headline? Tesla, and then also again we talked about SpaceX that's going to acquire Cursor for 60 billion, and let's see, Asafi. Let's see. I see your message. Okay, all right. So Asafi, RS is the ticker symbol, right? Let me check that out. RS. RS. Oh wait. All right. Asafi, can you give me the ticker symbol on that? I'm not quite getting the right thing here. Yeah, I'll look it up for you. Just make sure I got the ticker right. RS Investments. Anyway, get back to me. I'll look it up for you if you have it. Okay, and right here, boom. We were talking about, we talked about Beyond Meat. Also here, we were talking about JetBlue using personal information to set ticket prices. Let's look here at JetBlue. I will stay invested in those three for the next 12 to 8 months. Good. Papa. Yes, I'm actually, I consistently look at some of the metals and the miners as well. And actually, there are some people in my family that also really follow a lot more of they follow the miners a lot more than I do. But it's always curious to hear from your end up in Canada what's going on there as well. So thanks for sharing some of that. But yeah, I think the future is going to be interesting for both the metals and the miners, and see how that's going. Also, what is it? Even though even though gold is down right now. Yeah, I'm pretty. I share your sentiment. I think it's gonna increase in the future. Yeah. Oh, where is it? JetBlue. Yeah. So looking here at JetBlue, for example, it actually. This is probably because of the problems with traveling right now. But yeah, it's corrected a lot. It went from 6.14 down to 5.3. Yeah, RSI is sitting here down here at 55. Lawmakers asked JetBlue for details on whether, gosh, they use the personal information that way. Volume right now for JetBlue is at 2.7 million and market cap is at 1.98 billion. And lawmakers asking JetBlue about details on their personal information doesn't help them either, even if they are having problems with fuel prices and maintaining a profit. That doesn't help. But that's where is that? Yeah, and then right here, oh yeah, for example, Boeing Q1 results top estimates as improving jet deliveries cut losses. That was another one we talked about. Boeing reported the revenue of 22.2 billion. It was up 14% year over year and above the $21.7 billion expected according to Bloomberg consensus. Yeah, so let's look at them. Boeing BA right here. Right here, bang. Okay, for anyone interested in traveling, let's see. Okay, let me look at ISAC. ISAC right here. Wait, what? Producers Isaac is like making it. Got it. ISAC. What am I looking at there? Do you know if a company makes pretty good stuff? Okay, I'm trying to look that up here on TradingView, Papa. ISAC. How do I'm not seeing. It's a mining company, right? But is that the right ticker symbol? Because I don't see it coming up. That's all. Let me know, ISAC, if that's the correct one. Or if there's a mistake somewhere, I'll check it out for you. Just let me know. Okay, looking back here at Boeing, right here. Yeah. Okay, Boeing right now is at 226. It's been rebounding. Actually, like the article said, it went from 189 up here to 226. And right here, we are sitting here at 57 on the RSI. 57 is very, very neutral. And right here, yeah, Boeing delivered 143 commercial jets in Q1 2026 and volume 4.41 million. Currently market cap is at 177.9 billion. Yes. Oh, okay, got it. Thank you for clarifying that. Got it. Okay, thank you very much, Papa, for the clarification. I appreciate that. Okay, now just to give you, for those of you watching that might be curious about some chart patterns, look at these wonderful, colorful charts. Aren't they great? But if you want some patterns, here we go. Here's a quick one for you. Here's your reverse head right here, left and right shoulder, bang, it jumps up right there. And let me try to give you a couple more that jump out at me. Where is this stuff? And no. Oh yeah, here's another one. If you want more, here's reverse head, left, right, bang, boom. You can see those. If you want more information about patterns, just reach out. But maybe I'm strange, but I kind of like seeing those and finding those. But if we go over here to Boeing and what they have, pop up some of your family members. Okay, done. Actually, the specific names I don't really know, but I know my dad talks to me about the miners all the time, and like he does a lot of research with what was it? I think it was Glencore. I think is one he talked to me about. Again, I'm not sure which ones he actually invested in himself, but he mentions Glencore. He also mentioned some like oh, okay. I don't even like, again, that's why Inco, what is he often talks about these smaller companies that aren't the big miners, but they scoop it off the top or something. That he was trying to explain it to me one time with some of the things he was looking at. Um, I don't even actually know how that works, but he was trying to explain that. But I know he mentioned that he was researching Glencore, and there was another big one, but some of the other smaller ones. He was looking at a lot of the smaller ones that have a lot more potential instead of the bigger ones. But the actual names, besides Glencore, I didn't actually pay close enough attention. But you would probably have a good conversation with him. That's a lot. But you don't pay as close of attention when it's your father as when it's someone else. Is number okay? Got it. It's number one in Canada. Dun, dun, dun. INCO. What is INCO? Bum, bum, bum. So is INCO the ticker symbol? Results coming. Oh yeah. So INCO. Where is this one? It's headquartered in Indonesia. Okay. Actually, Inco. I don't know that name, Inco, but. Yeah, anyway, that's true. Anyway, thanks for having a good laugh with me and being entertained. I appreciate it. Yeah, good vibes. Okay, thank you very much for those likes. I appreciate it. Yeah, what's up with oh yeah, EDG, that was the one. See, you asked me about that earlier. EFOI. Yeah, that was energy focus. Yeah, actually, again, EDG. I'll look at that after the stream. So message me after the stream, and we can exchange more information about that. I won't do it right now during the stream. I'll do it after. But thanks for following up, EDG. I got your message here. Yeah. All right. And focusing back here, going back here on Boeing, looking at some of the, for example, there's that. Right here. Also, we'll talk about United. United's another one that's been very much, thanks EDG, thanks for understanding, very much affected by some of the fuel costs for obvious reasons. Let's look at them right here. United. Where's my United? Here we go. What was I gonna say? Papa. It was always red. Now it's called Veil. Okay. Yeah, actually, good. If you go to Inco, you type it into Trading View. Yeah, it still exists, but you're right. It's just called it's called Veil Indonesia, PT Veil Indonesia. But now you say it's called Veil Canada. Same assets. Okay, yeah, I have no idea, but yeah, Papa, regarding your comments, why is that transfer US to Canada? Okay, yeah, Papa, regarding what you were saying, I know that a lot of people in my dad's network, they also actually invest in not only the miners, but actually they buy the coins and stuff too, because simply because the dollar the value of the dollar is going down, so it basically holds the value against it, right? And let's see, okay, here we go, back up here to United. Okay, yeah, here's United. Actually, they've been plummeting as well because they had to change their forecast for 2026 because of gas prices. Right here, they were at 104, and now they've plummeted down to 95. Look at that drop right there. And you can see that also here on the RSI. They went from 57 down to 44. And wow. Yeah, United Airlines Q1 2026 adjusted earnings per share. Yeah, volume right now is at 4.02 million. Market cap is at 29.5 billion. Yeah, right there. And then Papa, yeah, Papa. Do you think they will? Do you think they will go back to the gold standard? Like that's actually interesting question you make there, or interesting statement. Yeah, and to the gold standard. Papa, elaborate more about the gold standard. Yeah, if you want to, I'd be curious to hear that. And then right here, going at United right here. For example, looking at United's earnings, if you want, Q1 beat the estimate and also beat the earnings estimate, and Q4 and Q3 do the same thing. Also, if you look at annually, 2025, yes, for the year, it beat the earnings estimate. So did 2024, and so did 2023. And that's for earnings. Also, again, if you want to learn about how United did in 2025 regarding the revenue, profit, and income, basically it was all good all the way down except for operating income. Okay. And also Diego Sales, greetings and welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show. Let me know if you have a ticker symbol or a company that you would like me to look at. That's fine. Right there, yeah. Done. Got it. Okay. The U.S. again. Okay. Right here. Again, that was United. Also, let's talk right here, just to show this one right here. Again, talking about some of the minerals and the miners. Right here, just a little article for you. U.S. gold mining increases amid demand for critical minerals. Yeah, U.S. government's most important activities to increase domestic critical mineral production is being developed without much fanfare. Last year, the U.S. Department of Interior's Bureau of Land Management has steadily backed projects and sought public input on gold mining operations. Yeah, just sharing that with you. Okay, let's get into some other tickers right here that we'll talk about. One of the ones that we mentioned is, yeah, looking here, Broadcom. I had a request for this. So looking at Broadcom recently jumped up from 294 up to 411. They're at 411 right now if you're looking at Broadcom. Let's see. I see your message here. EDG, check out. Okay. DAO, got it. Okay, thank you. EDG. Thank you, Diego Sales. Okay. DAO right here. Now, what's DOAD? What's EDG? What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company? EDG. Is that UDAO? Nieva. I'm looking at Nieva Lab. I'm looking at TradingView right now. TradingView, yeah. Got it. Okay. So here is EDG. This is Yodao right here, and engages in the provision of learning content, applications, and solutions. It operates through learning services, smart devices, and online marketing. This is for you, EDG. Yeah. So right here, Yodao is at 10.7, and it recently was at 11.2. Right now for UDAO, it's at volume is at 3.5 thousand. Market cap is at 1.2 billion. There you go, EDG. But yeah, that's that energy company. We should talk more later about that. And yeah, Nieva, trading view is what I'm using right now. And right here, going back here to Broadcom, my rich boyfriend have millions. That's they all, they will all decentralized. Good. Anyway, here's Broadcom right here. Went again, rebounded from 294 up to 411, and you can see that right here on the RSI. RSI is very overbought at 76, and right now Broadcom, yeah, Broadcom's near 400 after a 2026 rebound, up 4.2%, and right now volume is at 4.46 million. Market cap is at 1.95 trillion. If you go here, looking at the earnings, again, this is Broadcom quarterly, Q1, Q4, and Q3 all beat earnings expectations. Annually, 2025 and 2024 for the year also beat earnings expectations for the year over year. And then right here, if you want to learn about the revenue, profit, and income, just look right here on TradingView. You can see that 2025 revenue, profit, and income all the way down was good. Again, a lot of information that may not be necessary depending on what you're doing, but it's there if you need it. Going back here, we did Broadcom. Also, another one I get asked a lot about is, where was it? Oh yeah, Intel. I get asked about this one a lot too. Right here, Intel. Yeah, Intel also is rebounding a lot at the moment. It recently went from 41 all the way up to 68 before it rebounded down to 66. And you can also see that it's still in the overbought area of the RSI right there. And right here, Intel agreed to help operate a new terafab semiconductor fabrication joint venture formed by SpaceX, XAI, and Tesla, with the facility intended to support advanced AI computing capabilities. Again, that's looking at you, Intel. Volume-wise is at 28.4 million. Market cap is at 333 billion. And looking here, yeah, looking right here at the earnings, if you want. Intel hasn't released Q1 yet, but the Q4 of 2025 almost doubled its expectations. Same thing, Q3 well surpassed its expectations on the earnings side of it, yeah. And but 2025 for the year, yeah, it beat the earnings expectations again. Also, I get asked a lot about, where was it? Oh yeah, recently, this is one that gets a lot of attention at NFLX right here. Yeah, Netflix has been asked a lot right here. If we go here, bang, right here. Yeah, so it went recently, it dropped down from 108 down to, right now it's at 93. There is a small, very small rebound, but you can see that in the RSI right here at the bottom, how it's curved back up, but it's, yeah, 93.4. And Netflix is reportedly negotiating to buy Radford Studio Center in Los Angeles for about 600 million after lender repossession. Volume is at 8.2 million. Market cap is at 393 billion. Yeah, and Netflix actually Q1 for 2026, Q1 already more than beat the expectations. They did very, very well on their earnings beat. And same thing with Q4. And annually 2025 though, annually 2025 they missed the year over year earnings expectations on that. Going back here on that's Netflix. Oracle is also one that comes up a lot. Oracle. Okay. Right here. Again, for those of you watching, if you have a company or a ticker symbol that you would like me to look up and go over, just feel free to put the symbol in the comments right there, And right here, Oracle, as you can see, was all the way up here at 338, and it's just been dropping ever since. Right now, it went from 137 up to 185, but it's been a long way down from 338. It's at 185 right now, and right here you can see it's in the overbought area, and basically it's 70 on the RSI. And Oracle expanded its Google Cloud partnership at Google Cloud Next 2026 to integrate and deploy agentic AI across enterprise workloads. Volume right now is at 10 million. Market cap is at 534 billion. Yeah. And let's, for example, take a look here at the earnings side. Quarterly, we haven't got Q1 yet, interestingly enough. And let's go over here. Oh, Nike is also one that's actually taking a plunge downward. Yeah. So here we go, Nike. Look at this, some serious recent drops. Actually, this has got a lot of negative attention lately. Right here, it went from 52 and then dropped down here to 42. It's rebounded to up to 46, but it's had some serious drops lately. It went on the RSI, it went from 19 all the way up here to 41 on the rebound, but volume wise, it's only at 3.93 million. Market cap is at 68.2 billion. And then we haven't gotten any information about Q1 yet either. Let's go back here to, let's see. Oh, here's one we can look at. If you're into the gold or the silver side, here's a couple miners. Here's some that are often asked about. Freeport McMoran, right here. Interestingly, this one is still rebounding, even though prices have, metal prices have dropped, and even though oil is back up $100 a barrel for Brent crude. So even though oil is back up, usually when gold drops, usually the miners drop too. But in this case, it hasn't dropped yet. Interestingly enough, since I'm talking about, let's take a look here. I wonder what Exxon's doing right here. Looking at Exxon. Okay, yeah, right here, actually Exxon, interestingly, at the moment, it hasn't rebounded that much either. It's actually sitting at 149, and even though the price for Brent is already above 100, they haven't, not much of a rebound. Volume-wise, 2.93 million, and then market cap is at 622 billion. And looking here at Exxon, we haven't gotten Q1 yet, but Q4 did beat the earnings expectations. Let's check out Chevron CVX right here. Chevron right here. Yeah, here's what I was expecting to see. Chevron has a little bit of a rebound already. You can see that right here. So yeah, right here, Chevron's at 187, already rebounding up. And also you can see that in the RSI, already a bit of a rebound there. Yeah. Even right here, it says rising oil prices from Iran-US tensions near the Strait of Hormuz could boost Chevron into mid-2026. Chevron is flagged as a top U.S. oil producer with attractive valuation. Here, volume is at 2.1 million. Market cap is at 373 billion right there. And right here, we haven't gotten Q1 yet, but Q4 did beat the earnings expectations right there. Another one, let's take a look here. So we're talking about oil. Let's go here. ConocoPhillips right here. Yeah, this is what I was expecting to see as well. It's just Exxon hasn't rebounded much, but the other ones have. So right here, it rebounded from 115 up to 121 already. Yeah, even yesterday, it had already rebounded 116 up to, it already rebounded 4 points. So you can see that right here in the RSI as well. ConocoPhillips is already rebounding. Volume-wise is at 1.56 million. Market cap is at 148 billion. And looking here at the earnings, yeah, we haven't gotten Q1 yet. Q4 though surprisingly missed the expectations. Yeah. Right here. Wow, interesting on that. Okay, here's another one I can show you right here. ConocoPhillips. Let's take a look. I want to see report. We also talked about. Oh yeah, Newmont is another big one. Newmont, here we go. Puma, greetings, welcome back. Here's Newmont, since we're talking a little bit about the metals and the miners. At the moment, yeah, this one is, yeah, it's still basically correcting. As you can see, the drop yesterday, yeah, went from 113 down to 110. Yeah, you can see that right here as well. Yeah, so the securities cut Newmont price target to 116 from 118, and right now volume is at 1.71 million. Market cap is at 121.5 billion. Yeah, and earnings sitting here, Q4 earnings actually really did beat the expectations. Yeah, so that the whole last year actually did very well for the earnings on Newmont. Okay, let's take a look back here on some of the headlines again. We talked about Palantir. They inked a $300 million deal with USDA. What is Palantir going to do with the USDA? Well, they did a $300 million deal with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which will use the software company's technology to manage farmland as geopolitical risk threatening global supply chains. Again, that's kind of an interesting take. The agreement builds on ongoing projects with the USDA and underscores Palantir's growing role inside the U.S. government as it goes beyond cornerstone defense contracts supporting U.S. military modernization. Yes. So looking here at, let's take a look at Palantir. Palantir. Boom. Here. Let me take a look here. Let's see. Oh, yes. There's that one. And then BZCZ. Wait, BZ or CZ. Okay, I've got BZ right here. So BZ is your Brent financial futures. I got that. Now, what's the other one? Is CZ? I can't look that up here. I don't know why. Or maybe I have the wrong symbol. Oh, CL. Okay, got it. CL. Here we go. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Huh. Yeah. Here's what I mean. As always, Puma, you know that I can show you the information on here, but for questions like that, if you want the answer, you have to ask that outside the stream, because you know with the algorithm on this platform, I'll get restricted, I'll get dinged with that. So here's the information. Again, CL is sitting here at 91.88, and right now it's rebounding, and then the other one, right there, that one is also rebounding. If you want more, if you want the answer to your question, you know that I have to answer that outside the stream. Goop Binder, thanks for the good vibes. But yeah, Puma, thanks for understanding. All right, going back here, looking at Palantir again right now. Palantir. Yeah, Palantir has recently rebounded from 128. Now it's at 150. Again, they went from an interesting drop from 156 down to 127, and then quickly rebounded back up to 150. Yeah, you can see that right there. But again, Palantir is doing a lot of deals with the governments, and right now volume is at 16.3 million. Market cap's at 361 billion. Right here, Palantir, and then let's go. Oh yeah, also another headline talking about Google unveiling chips for AI training and inference and latest shot at NVIDIA. So for example, right here, after years of producing chips that can both train AI models and handle inference work, Google is separating those tasks into distinct processors. Its latest effort to take on NVIDIA AI hardware. So yeah, let's take a look here at Google and then also NVIDIA as well. Right now, yeah, Google, for example, went from 272 all the way up to 335 very recently, and right now you can see that on the RSI as well. Let me pull up some more information on this. Yeah, right now volume for Google is at 3.35 million, market cap is at 4.08 trillion. Google unveiled the tensor processing unit V8T and V8i AI accelerators co-designed with DeepMind, due later this year. Chips target agentic AI, promising faster performance and lower cost versus prior TPU generations. Yeah, and now we're gonna look at also. Let's do NVIDIA right here. Yeah, again, NVIDIA dropped and then okay, it's rebounded past 200 again. I get asked about this a lot, but finally NVIDIA, bang, it ratcheted back up past 200. That 200 is like a big psychological barrier. Many people ask about it. There it is, dun, dun, dun. Going from 164 and then bang back up to 201. 201.37 at the moment. Yeah, and you can see that already. You can see that small tiny adjustment in the RSI symbol right there. And NVIDIA says its Vera Rubin AI server, due H2 2026, will deliver about 3.3x the performance of the current Blackwell Ultra, highlighting the big generational gains for flagship AI hardware. And volume right now is at 33.2 million, and market cap is at 4.89 trillion. Yes. So for those of you who are curious about that, curious about NVIDIA, many of you have been asking about that. There's the information for you. Here we go. And then also we have that later on, Tesla's Q1 earnings will be revealed. That's another big one that people are waiting for, to see what the Q1 will be. Yeah, let's take a look at Tesla real quick. Done. Here is Tesla right here. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay. Again, Tesla recently hit past the 400 and then quickly corrected, came back down. It's at 391 at the moment. On this day, it's already rebounding just a little bit. Yeah, it went from 386 up to 390 already today. And then right here, RSI also sitting here at 55, neutral. Again, Tesla Q1 deliveries, 358,000 production, 50,000 unit gap. Volume wise is at 15.85 million, and market cap is at 1.47 trillion. Yeah. And before I leave, I want to actually talk about one more here. If anybody has any last questions about their ticker symbols, let me know. But here, TSM, I wanted to show you TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, before we quit. Right now, because it's also very, very well integrated in the tech sector. Right now, TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, is at 374, and RSI is at 59. TSMC raised its outlook on strong AI chip demand, and volume-wise is at 3.9 million, and market cap is at 1.6 trillion. Yeah, there's that. So, having said that, El Jador 212. Yes, see you later. Thank you very much. I appreciate a nice conversation with many of you. Ask good questions. Hello, Sari. Greetings and welcome. Again, I'm jumping off here, but if you do have questions, comments, you can always ask outside the stream, and I will see you at the same time tomorrow. Yeah.